Hey guys, it's Nick with Nick's Topics, and we are starting the third topic of this channel. Now, this is one that might have never happened, but something that could have happened, and it is, what if Maggie, instead of Glenn, was killed? Now, a lot would change with this story, but it's going to be kind of a short one because there's not too much to input. First off, if Maggie, instead of Glenn, was killed, the group would be more broken than ever. Because if any of you are Walking Dead fans, the whole reason that the whole group was off in the first place was to get treatment for Maggie because she was pregnant. So they would definitely be more broken. The whole group would be broken. And most of all, Glenn. We would see a darker side of Glenn if this scenario were to occur. Because he would have to experience the loss of his wife and unborn baby. Now, the reason I say this scenario could have happened is because Negan did comment about Maggie looking crappy, but he didn't know that she was pregnant, which is likely why she was not killed off in the main series to begin with. But anyways, we would see a way darker side of Glenn after this scene were to occur. He would probably become the leader in Hilltop's place. Carl would be far more traumatized, which means Sadiq would probably be left to die. He'd probably never meet Sadiq. Glenn would go off on his own and ultimately kill Negan, because I'm pretty sure we all know that that would be the outcome if Maggie were to die. Negan would be dead, so that would impact a lot in the story too. Gregory would ultimately be killed by Glenn way earlier. Now, something else that I want to bring up, with Rosita losing Abraham and Glenn losing Maggie, the two of them would probably hit it off, because it only seems reasonable, because they both lost someone. So Glenn and Rosita would probably hit it off, and Rosita would probably assist in the killing of Negan. Now, as much as I like to think that Glenn would go off on his own, I still think that Rick would probably be around. With Glenn around, he still cares about Rick, so Rick would probably still be around, with the group be far more broken if Maggie were to die. Daryl would be really sympathetic for Glenn, because he cared for Maggie too. Now, when Alpha appears, I think Glenn would still die around then regardless, because at that point he would have lived a good long time. And I think the more darker and more arrogant he got, it would eventually just get him killed. But ultimately, I think, even without Negan, I think Alpha and them would lose to Rick's group regardless. And that's about it. Really all that I could put into the story. Like I said, it's kind of a short one. I know the last one and this one was kind of short, but there's not too much to input with most what ifs, so I just tried to do the best I can. But anyway, that's the what if for this time. I will see you guys tomorrow on my book review channel, which I leave a link for all my channels in the description of every one of my videos on all my channels. So stay tuned on my book review channel tomorrow, and give this video a big like, big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're a Walking Dead fan, comment if you have a topic for me to do. I'll see you guys tomorrow.